Barr appointed another retired U.S. federal district judge, Lacey of New Jersey, as independent counsel. Not under the independent counsel statute, though.
Nor can you ask for a recusal based on delay alone. In fact, the 11th Circuit has recently been inundated with complaints from people in the public who said, you should remove Judge Cannon from this case.
Judge Cannon was the victim of an orchestrated campaign. Are they going to gag Jack Smith to stop this orchestrated campaign? Are they going to gag any of the other Trump prosecutors like Lisa Rubin on MSNBC? Jack Smith's final words come into Judge Cannon's courtroom. We know that the judge wanted some more updates on whether Jack Smith is legitimately appointed and legally funded. Jack submitted his supplemental. We'll read through it. We'll get some reaction from Lisa Rubin and then see why they are misleading their viewers there on MSNBC with this fake story about complaints against Cannon. But we're also waiting for Trump's response. He wrote this: all right, Judge Cannon, you wanted us to tell you why we are even allowed to be here. And so that's what we've done here. We've sent in some following things. These are the statutes where Congress gives us power. And these are other individuals that Bill Barr appointed using the same powers. And so we're just following his powers. We're not making it up at all. So here's what we've got. They say these are statutes that are vesting appointment power that refer to officials. So these are different statutes that come from, their power emanates from the Constitution. Congress passes them into U.S. code. And these are all different sections of the U.S. code. A lot of these. So 50, Title 28, 22, 16, 6, 10, all of them. And it's not all related to Merrick Garland or the DOJ or the Attorney General's office. So this section provides for the appointment of a, quote, senior official in the Department of Homeland Security. Okay, so not DOJ. Got it. So here's another one. Deputy Undersecretaries of Defense. They also talk about officials. Okay, not DOJ. Got that. Same here. So section 10 is all going to be the DOD. 16 is going to be about Tennessee Valley Authority. 22 is talking about the bank or an alternate governors. So all of this is irrelevant, basically. Alternate governors, Department of State. But they're just saying, look, we use the word officials all the time. And so official can mean what we want it to mean. It says the secretary shall appoint here. In addition, now providing for the Counter-Narcotics Division, which was amended later, the secretary shall appoint a senior official. So in other words, Jack Smith is like an official, not an officer. So IAL versus ER, to assume the primary responsibility for coordinating policy and operations within the department, between the department and other federal departments with respect to catching drugs. So that's their supplemental. And this is very short. It says, as noted at the hearing also, Bill Barr, who we know worked for Trump, appointed 3 attorneys as special counsel during his first term as AG. So long time ago, rewind the clock. These appointments include Nicholas Bua, Malcolm Wilkie, and Frederick Lacey. So he came in to investigate Iraq-gate, someone else this banking matter, and someone else this Inslaw matter. Stuff that was way before my time, but that was the first time Bill Barr was in session. And so they submitted all of these exhibits. We got a bunch of exhibits, 1, 2, 3, and others. And so let's see what's inside. So here is the first exhibit, Exhibit 1 from the government. And this is a report of this one special counsel. This guy got appointed, Nicholas J. Bua. But I think the pattern we're going to see here is they did it a long time ago, and so we can do it now. That's exactly what it is. So U.S. Senate Republican for Kansas, U.S. Senator. This is a press release from Senator Bob Dole. Remember him? Trip down memory lane. He released this January 7th. Media advisory. It says, here are the facts about the authority of the Attorney General. Great deal of confusion about the special counsel. He says, notwithstanding the expiration of the Independent Counsel Act, the Attorney General currently has authority to appoint a special counsel. Why? He says, I have these provisions. U.S. Code 515, U.S. Code 533, regulatory independent counsel authority from the Code of Federal Regulations. Okay, so he's doing the same thing. It says the Attorney General has authority under regulations. See these regulations? Because we passed regulations, not statutes. Like the independent counsel, the regulations provide that we can do these things. And here's another section. The Attorney General may appoint officials to detect and prosecute crimes, 533, to assist in the protection of persons of the president and to conduct other investigations under the control and directed by the Attorney General. This is old stuff from 1994, so they attached that as an exhibit. Here's another one. Exhibit 3 from Jack Smith says this one's from 1992, another news article. Ex-judge is going to head the bank probe. So Attorney General Bill Barr yesterday appointed a retired federal judge, so somebody who's not appointed as a U.S. attorney, as special counsel. Nixon administration appointee, chairman of the Bush Ethics Committee, see? And so they're saying, see, Bill Barr did it, so we can do it too. Nothing in here about his lawful appointment, but they're just referencing that that happened. Exhibit 4, going to be the same thing. There it is, same article. Exhibit 5, Barr names another special counsel. This guy is going to be investigating this banking problem. Barr appointed another retired U.S. federal district judge, Lacey of New Jersey, as independent counsel. Not under the independent counsel statute, though. And so he's using the wrong statutes, and he's still hiding behind the old Stonewall. He should appoint a genuinely independent counsel or take the honorable step of resigning. Okay, so look, the point here, the fact that they did it doesn't make it legal, and it's all rigged. It's just money that comes from us into the federal government. MSNBC's whining about this, and listen to this laundry list of just nonsense that comes out of Lisa's mouth here. Here it is from MSNBC.
For us, if you can. I mean, you've done some excellent reporting and coverage on this from the very, very beginning. I have a feel for how this is translating for a lot of the American people outside of the bubble of either side, the Trump MAGA world and those who want to see him go down. Real people out there are concerned about how this is playing out.
Yeah, tell us, Michael.
Real people are definitely concerned. And I think one of the things, Michael, that real people are seeing is that delay is the decision in some cases. That the delay occasioned by, for example, the Supreme Court not taking Jack Smith's invitation to have an appeal directly on presidential immunity, instead hold it off until the D.C. Circuit acted, and then
that's the formal process.
Not expediting briefing, but really taking their time with the case. Or Judge Cannon.
Why would they? Jack Smith took his sweet time to lead the indictment in the first place. What's the rush?
Slow walking all of the motions that continue to pile up before her. That in and of itself constitutes a real decision that folks are concerned about. And I think the other thing that folks are concerned about is, of course, these people have lifetime tenure and there is no recourse for delay. You can't appeal delay, nor can you ask for a recusal based on delay alone. In fact, the 11th Circuit has recently been inundated with complaints from people in the public who said, you should remove Judge Cannon from this case based on the fact that she is failing to take action. And in a very short order, the Chief Judge of the Circuit, Bill Pryor, said, look, delay is not under our rules a basis for getting someone off a case. So I think the American people, if they are concerned about these kinds of delay, they are the ones who can take action. Only their choices at the ballot box can start to reverse some of what we see as delay actually resulting in almost a decision in the former president's favor. The only way to reverse this is for the people to take action themselves and elect a president who will appoint judges who will consider the rule of law and take it seriously.
What, like more Mercans? Give me a friggin' break. Anyways, the point is they're very upset about it. They sent in a bunch of complaints over to the court, and Judge Cannon's court has basically dismissed them because they're all complaining she's unqualified, she's biased, she's partisan, all these things. No, there was 1,000 complaints that came in to Judge Cannon in 1 week because of angry lefties and other lefty influencers who organized it. The court is no longer even accepting these orchestrated complaints about the judge, just not going to pay attention to them. Judge Cannon was the victim of an orchestrated campaign. Are they going to gag Jack Smith to stop this orchestrated campaign? Are they going to gag any of the other Trump prosecutors like Lisa Rubin on MSNBC? No, probably not. The May 22nd opinion from the 11th Circuit, which oversees the court, has received more than 1,000 complaints. They're all basically the same because they copy and paste each other because they have no creativity at all. It's not clear what exactly started the onslaught. I think we have some ideas. People like Glenn and others, Kirshner and others, screaming about Cannon every day. Last month, Cannon indefinitely postponed some stuff. And so their plot is to just keep inundating the courts with their little complaints and try to convince people that America is over unless Judge Cannon goes, I guess. Even though she's got lifetime appointment there as a federal judge in Florida, they're going to get people agitated about the presumption of innocence, due process of law, the ability to confront your accusers, the right to a trial, and so on. And they're just going to try to parlay that into more political support for their demented candidate. Our coverage here will continue, and we appreciate you joining us as we do. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking this video wherever it is you're watching it. And if you think you know somebody who might like this video, like this channel, like this content, we'd love to see them over here. The election is heating up. We're going to have a ton of fun here together. And so we'll look forward to seeing you and them back here on the next one.